It's been great. I mean, I'm just really excited and blessed to get the opportunity to come out here and play healthy. It's been a long journey for me coming over from UNC and getting into the transition over here. So I'm just grateful to be back playing the sport I love, being healthy, being able to do that.
Yeah, after obviously the well-documented injury history you've had, I mean, how nice is it just to, I mean, do you feel like mentally just free and not worrying about it? Like how nice, or if that's the case, how nice is it?
No, absolutely. I mean, I can't tell you because it's been. It was an injury that was just ongoing, and I had to get multiple surgeries for it. But I'm finally at that point where that's all behind me, and I feel healthy and, like you said, kind of free. So it's just a big weight off of my shoulders, not having to always be doing an extra warm up just to maybe give myself a chance to not be in as much pain. So being able to go out there and just be healthy and be free, like you said, and just be able to go run routes like I know I can. It's a big blessing, and I feel like it's a big weight off my shoulders for sure.
In 2020, you played a little bit and then had to shut down, then obviously didn't play last year. Was 2020 one of those elements where maybe it was in the back of your head and you're trying to push through it and then it just ended up obviously being too much and you had to take time off?
Yeah, that's exactly kind of how it went down. I was going into the season with the abdomen tears and stuff already, and that was my 4th year, so my mindset was just make it through the season and we can make a decision from there. And I got about halfway through, 4 games in, and it was just a thing where it was really tough on me to make it week to week. So I just made the decision that I'd come back for that 5th year, and then obviously this last year was supposed to be my 5th year. So whenever that got blown out the picture, I was ready to come back home to Texas and get a fresh start. And I mean, I feel like I found just that. So I'm really grateful and blessed for this opportunity right here.
When you went to North Carolina, you get there as a 18-year-old freshman halfway across the country. You come back to Texas several years older. How is the learning process and transition different now joining SMU than when you joined UNC?
Just the maturity level. I mean, I know for a fact, I think every freshman that comes into the collegiate level, there's going to be some form of a learning curve, and I feel like having that learning curve way behind me now, I just understand what is expected of us, what a practice is supposed to look like. I know how you're supposed to work, how you're supposed to prepare. So I mean, I feel like I'm just so much farther ahead than if I came in as an 18-year-old, which I mean, obviously I hope that I would be able to do that with the experience that I've racked up. But just being able to put that to a day-to-day use and be able to really stand on my word and take care of business like I said I was going to. And so just being able to have the opportunity to come out here and work like a pro athlete and take this really seriously and treat my body as if this is my last shot, so because it is. So I'm doing as best I can with that, and I'm just grateful for the opportunity.
What's it been like catching passes from both Tanner and Preston?
It's been awesome. I mean, y'all know I came from catching balls from Sam Howell, and that man is about to get a lot of money this year, and he's throwing them all on the dot. But I mean, I'm telling you, man, both these quarterbacks right here got a lot of arm talent, and I mean, it's been right on the money every time. So it's a blessing being able to go from one awesome QB to 2 awesome QBs and stuff. So I feel really confident in this room back here, and I feel really good about where the team's at.
When you entered the portal, what were you looking for?
Just opportunity. I mean, I wanted an opportunity where I'd be able to come in and help a receiving room. And I know with the guys that they had leaving, and with Rasheed coming back, I knew it was a room that could use leadership and stuff. And a big factor for me was I wanted to be back in Texas. So I mean, spending 5 years away from home, and then having my last 2 years there not going the way I wanted to, I was just ready for that fresh start. And so being able to do that, come back home close to Texas, and then do it in a spot where I feel like I'm needed and can help the receiver room just elevate to the next level, and then be able to help the whole team just win. Because I mean, that's what this is all about. I mean, it's a business decision at the end of the day, but everybody wants to win. So I'm coming here with one goal in mind, and that's to help the team win games.
I feel like when you don't play, and you know that you're gonna have one more shot at it. If it was me, I wouldn't stop visualizing about actually getting that last year. I mean,
no, absolutely.
How was that just time off, and what kind of mentally what were you doing? And
Well, I mean, I was doing literally everything has just been mental preparation and stuff, because with the time that I was spent out, I mean, having to go through 3 traumatic surgeries on my abdomen, it was a lot of kind of laying around and just doing core work and trying to get my abdomen right and stuff. But I mean, I can't tell you how many hours I spent in my room just tossing footballs up to myself, or trying to visualize catching over the shoulder and stuff like that. Anything that can prepare me to kind of give me that same replication. You're not going to get the same kind of intensity or anything like that, obviously, but just actually focusing on it and trying to lock in on the small details and stuff, and focusing on that stuff has definitely helped prepare me to go out whenever I get this opportunity to stay healthy and go out and do the thing the right way.
You mentioned the desire to come back to Texas. How much did your family sort of lean on you to look closer and closer to home?
They were actually very supportive about where I wanted to go. I mean, my recruiting process as a transfer was much different as my recruiting process as a high school athlete, and so I felt like I had a lot more options kind of in the portal, but I limited them just specifically because I knew I wanted to be close to family, and I knew it was going to be a big thing for them. Instead of having to fly out to North Carolina for every single game or out to the coast for all those ACC games and stuff. So, I mean, it's a blessing to be right here close to family, close to friends. I can't tell you how many people I've had like that I didn't even realize we're out in the Dallas area now, but they're hitting me up like, yo, we're coming to games now. So I was like, that's awesome. So I'm hyped up. I'm hyped for it, and I know my parents are too. So that's been a good deal for us all.
How many other schools were in the running for you before you decided on SMU?
There was a handful in Texas. It was like kind of my selections in Texas were a little bit few, but like I feel like across the country I had way more options than I did, like I said, coming out of high school. So focusing in Texas, it was like really easy for me. I knew kind of where I wanted to go and where I wanted to be, but telling all those other guys out of state, it was pretty easy telling them like, look, I mean, I'm grateful that y'all are interested in me, but I'm trying to make it back home. So that was kind of like the precedent that I was trying to set, and then just getting the opportunity, like I said, to know I'm going to be in a receiver room that I can help elevate the room was the other thing that I was waiting on.